Hey, what's up, guys? Today, this battle is against TheRepeatOffender, and I've battled him before, and yeah, we just decided to have another one. So the battle gets underway. I knew he would think I would set up my stealth rock, so I trick, and he goes for spike. So a trick fortress is basically useless. So that was really good. So he sets up spikes because why not? I can't really do anything to fortress anyway, even if he does have a choice scarf. So he switches to Heatran and I Flamethrower, and he predicts that I would switch out, but I just go for Superpower instead, and I break his sub. So, now I'm going to predict the Stealth Rock, and I'm going to switch out to my Lucario, which, on hindsight, I probably should have saved him for later on in the match, but, it just made sense to me at the time. It just felt right. So he's going to switch into Fortress, and I should have switched out too because I kind of knew Fortress was coming. But I don't. I get a Swords Dance up and get a close combat, and I take him down to very low red. But he's going to take me out with an Earthquake, and like I said, I should have hit Lucario because with him around it would have went much easier than it did. But it did some considerable damage to Fortress, so I was pretty impressed. I Calm Mind here, and he was just trying to fodder it because he thought I would, take him out. But I just go for a Calm Mind, which was really good. I go for another one. I think I got a little greedy there. I should have just went for the Surf, predicting his switch. But yeah, he's gonna Iron Head me, and I was praying that this would not make me flinch, and it doesn't. And I get a Surf off, and that Surf's gonna do a little bit over half to Jirachi, which is pretty nice. So he's gonna Iron Head again, so that's why I switch out to Jirachi. I mean, not Jirachi, Vaporeon. Yeah, he gets a crit, which does even more damage to me. So after the spikes and Stealth Rock and the crit, I'm below half. So I'm gonna switch out because he switches to Zapdos. He's going to switch out as well and go to Fortress. I'm going to Superpower here, and that's going to take out Fortress. So in the end, he did get a Death out of the Fortress, which does give him a free switch in, which is not good at all. In comes a Starmie, which is something I really didn't want to see, because Starmie can prove to be very difficult for my team to take down. So he's going to Ice Beam, doesn't do that much, and I see he's Life Orb, so I know this is an offensive Starmie. He's going to switch out and go to Zapdos. I'm going to set up my Stealth Rock because, I want some entry hazard up, because entry hazard for the win. Going to U-turn now and go back to Latias, which is really the only thing I had to deal with the Zapdos. It's going to Heat Wave, it's going to do nothing to me because, good special defense for Latias, because Latias is pretty win. So he's going to switch out to Starmie. I'm just going to Dragon Pulse, see how much I can do. I'm going to do a considerable amount of damage. And here I'm going to take a gamble and stay in, because I predicted he would Thunderbolt or Grass Knot, predicting my switch back to Vaporeon. And it was risky, but I do pull it off, and I get my health back, which is awesome. He's going to switch back into Jirachi, and I'm going to predict his trick. So I go to Dragonite to take the Choice Scarf, because really that's the only thing on my team that I wanted to have the Choice Scarf. So he gets a Life Orb, I get Choice Scarf, and I predict his switch back to Heatran, and I go for a Superpower. And Heatran's definitely not going to be able to take that, so that's always good. So I'm looking pretty good right now. He's going to send in Zapdos, and that's going to wall me now. So I have to switch out. I'm going to switch out and go to Latias again. And he's going to Heat Wave, and he's going to get the burn, which is pretty lame, but hacks was bound to happen at some point. I mean, he got a crit on me already, but still. So the burn, it's not doing. It doesn't matter too much that it's on Latias, but it's just annoying to have Latias's HP slowly whittle down. So I'm gonna go for a Calm Mind while he switches to Jirachi. I should just went for the Surf, knowing he kind of has to switch out. But yeah, I Surf now, And since Jirachi doesn't have the Choice Scarf anymore, I'm faster than it. So Jirachi goes down. He's not going to send him Machamp. I'm going to recover here, knowing a dynamic, just to see how much Dynamic Punch would do to me. He's going to Dynamic Punch, and it does do a lot. And of course it's going to confuse me because, you know, that's what Dynamic Punch does. That's what every Machamp does. So I'm going to switch out and go to Vaporeon, basically for Death Fodder. And yeah, Vaporeon probably is the thing that took the most beating from the spikes in Stealth Rock. So, gonna go to Dragonite now, go for a Draco Meteor, just to see if I could take it out. But I don't have like max special attack on this thing, so I know it's probably not going to, and Machamp survives pretty well and will get a Thunder Punch off. So at this point I was kinda scared. I didn't know if I could be able to take his Zapdos and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna Bullet Punch here. I was surprised he stayed in. I don't know what he was predicting, but yeah, that was probably a major mistake. He's gonna send his Zapdos. I want to free switch him with Latias, so I'm just gonna go for a Bullet Punch here to do as much damage as I possibly can. He's gonna Heat Wave. Of course it's gonna take me out, you know, Scizor doesn't like the fire all that much. So now all I have left is Jirachi and Latias, and I kinda need Latias in order to win. So I send in Latias, and I'm gonna recover before I start doing anything else because I predict he's gonna Roost, which he does. He roosts, and he's gonna get most of his HP back. But I know he doesn't have like any move that can hurt me, because if he had HP Ice, he would have used it by now. So I'm gonna call Mind here, and he's going to Thunderbolt, which is his stab move. That does have pretty good special attack, and that does hardly anything to me. So that's always good. At this point in time, I kind of knew I had the game, because, you know, Zapdos can't really do anything to me after this. So he's going to Thunderbolt, and I lived that very well. And now I'm just going to go for a Recover, just in case he gets like a crit, because, you know, my luck, if he gets a crit, I'm probably going to die. But yeah, he Thunderbolts again, and this upcoming turn I'm going to go for a Dragon Pulse just to see if it'll do over half. And I was very surprised that it almost took out the Zapdos, which was always great to see. Gonna Thunderbolt, which is gonna be his last move of the match, and yeah, I'm gonna win. So good game, Repeat Offender. This is our second match. He won our first one, so this was a rematch to see if I could redeem myself against him. So yeah, comment, rate, sub, guys, and peace. See you next time. Later.